Hey y'all, it's Diane with Shawcraft One in my old barn door, and I just wanted to do a quick video because I've been working on these for a while. These are naked journals, and I know that the last ones I did, I had a lot of people who had sent me messages on Etsy and emails and things like that, wanting to know if I was going to do more, so I thought I would make some more. And so I just wanted to do a video to let you know I have some more available. I'm just going to do quick flip throughs of these. I'm not going to do, very detailed flip throughs because they're naked journals. So there's not, but they're all filled with lots of wonderful vintage pages. There's some chenille covered ones, some beautiful fabric covered, what do they call this? Is it upholstery fabric? Covered journals that are gorgeous, and then some that have just beautiful covers that I didn't want to take away from, so I left them. So anyways, we'll just go through each one, and I'll let you see each one as they as I've made them, and I'll do a quick flip through of each one. So let me clear all these off and I'll be right back. Okay, so the first one we have, this one measures right a little more than 10 1/4 tall by 7 inches wide, and it has a 2-inch spine. I think they all have 2-inch spines. The majority of them are this size of a journal. So I mean, I've got, I think 6 of them are, very similar in size as far as, height and width. So I'm not going to measure every single one of them. The smaller ones, I think I have 2 of the smaller ones, and I'll measure those for you as well. So they're all approximately 10 by 7. Some a little more, some a little less. So this one is a beautiful, beautiful cover. I'm going to turn it this way so you can see it. I absolutely love the way these turn out. I love the way they feel. These are a good, solid journal, tight signatures. And they have wonderful, wonderful papers in them. A lot of them, the majority of the papers, you have to excuse me, I have glue on my hands. The majority of the papers are vintage book pages, mingled in with some scrapbooking paper. And then I put you some lined papers or some plain papers for journaling throughout as well, so that you could have a mixed variety of each in the journals. So there are some super, super cool. Some of the scrapbooking paper is double-sided, some is not. But there's some wonderful, wonderful, I love the way these turned out because there's just some really cool pages in them. Beautiful, beautiful florals. My workbook pages, I have to add those in there. Music pages, more scrapbook paper, stationery, vintage florals, Sears and Roebuck catalog pages. There's some plain pages, dictionary, vintage children's book pages, some more vintage florals, scrapbooking paper, ledger papers. This is a vintage, I think this was a vintage flower arranging book. And then look at the center of your signature. Isn't that gorgeous? I absolutely love, love, love these books. And if I find more, I will buy every single one of them because I just absolutely love the colors in those books. So all of the books are 2 signature books. I honestly, there's at least 100 pages per signature. So you're getting 200 plus pages in each naked journal. And that's front and back, sides to journal on. So they're very large journals, and it gives you a lot of room to journal in, scrapbook, do mixed media, put your pictures in, just all kinds of room in these journals. So again, I'm just quickly flipping through so that you can kind of see the mixed variety. This is from my Flowers of the World book. And then here's the second signature with the birds. And then some more of those pages from that book, vintage children's book. beautiful scrapbooking paper. And this is from one of the encyclopedias that I love. Recipe pages, beautiful gardening pages, more stationery, floral books. This was actually a stenciling book, but it was florals, and I loved the pictures that were in it. So you kind of get the idea, this Childcraft book. And I know I'm flipping through fairly quickly, but like I say, there's not, like a whole lot of details that I have to show you. And pretty much all of them have the same type of papers in them. And again, each signature I put at least 25 pages in, so that would give you 100+ pages front and back for journaling. And I just absolutely love the way these turned out. I think I've said that. Sorry. Don't mean to be repeating myself, but I do love them. And I was trying to decide, okay, do I want to sell these as blank journals, or do I want to go ahead and embellish them? But at this point in time, I thought it would be better to sell them as blank journals, because I've got some other things that I'm working on too. So for time's sake, look how pretty. I love these pages. So for time's sake, I thought I'll just go ahead and list them as the Naked Journals, and that way you guys can take them and you can decorate them as you will, make them your own, put your pockets in wherever you want them. And so that is that one. I'll have these listed. I don't know if I think I will list them in the same listing, and just maybe give the journals a number or something, but you'll be able to tell on the Etsy page which journal you're getting. All right, so that's that one. Let's go ahead and go through this one. This one is gorgeous. I mean, absolutely love. And I'll tell you, these are the pages that came out of this book. So just an absolutely beautiful, beautiful book. Front and back covers is the same. They're absolutely gorgeous. I did add scrapbooking paper in to the covers because I wasn't able to keep the front covers. They were just a bland page anyway. So gorgeous fabric on the spine of this one. So I'm just going to do a quick flip through. Same type of pages in these. A lot of them have a floral theme or a garden theme. That's a Henry Terry page. Tried to add in as many butterflies and birds as I could, find. And I honestly went on a hunt for birds and butterflies and couldn't find a lot of the things that I wanted. And so I decided that I would start working on some digitals and make the ones that I want. So that is something that is in the works right now. Look how pretty that page is. Just gorgeous little pages. Love, love, love the pages in this book. This is the center of the first signature. So, and like I say, I'm not going to do a real detailed flip through. Look how pretty of the journals, but I just kind of want you to get an idea of what's in them so that you can kind of see. Look how pretty. Just gorgeous pages that came in these books. Lots of vintage floral pages. Butterflies. And I love the difference in the sizes of the pages. This is a Henry Terry page. I still have some of these in my shop. Beautiful poppies. And this is from those sweet little books that my friend Kathy sent me. So I've shared some pages in all of the journals from those little books because they're gorgeous little books. Look how pretty that is. So some of them flip out, and some of them are folded. That's a really thick paper there. I thought it was 2 pages. So just beautiful, beautiful pages in these journals. And like I say, they're good size journals, so it gives you plenty of room to do all your journaling, adding pictures, mixed media, because you get some good thick pages in them. Look how pretty that's the center of the second signature. Trying to flip quickly so that we can get them all in, or quick flip through of each of them in as much as possible. Got washi tape in a lot of them. Actually, I think all of the journals have washi tape in them. Look how pretty that is with the birds, the butterflies. I picked all of my favorite pages to go in these journals. Like all of my favorite books, I pulled them off of my shelf and I started ripping them apart and just going at it. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to make as many journals as I can with all my favorite pages. Well, I didn't make as many as I can, but I made quite a few. So that is that one. And again, it'll be listed. I'll probably like name it something with the butterfly or roses or something. You'll be able to find it. So there's that one. And then there is this one. This one is chenille covered. I love this one. With the beautiful, beautiful vintage doily piece on the spine. And it's got some crocheted doily or crocheted lace here for the edge. And then on the back, I did some napkin decoupage and just kind of added a collage of beautifulness with the birds on there. So we'll do a quick flip through this one. This one was actually one of my Childcraft books. And so, you know, good, thick, sturdy. All of these are hardcover journals. Beautiful pages from Flowers of the World, or that's not Flowers of the, some of them have the vintage wallpaper in them. That was from, this is from that Concise Flora, British Concise Flora, some kind of book like that. You have the quilting pages, some Victorian calendar pages from an old, I think it was an Avon book, like it was produced by Avon at some point in time, probably in the 70s or 80s. So I tried to give you a good variety mix of different types of book pages and papers in each one of these journals, so that you have the option to make it your own. Like, it doesn't have to be a specific theme, or it can be any specific theme you want to make it. So they're very versatile little journals. And for me, I would use the journal as it is, because I'm not a super big fan of a journal that I have personally. I'm not a super big fan of all the pockets and things like that, just simply because it bulks it up so much and it makes it hard to write in. Look how pretty that page is. So I would use this just like it is as a journal and add my own touches as I journal through the book, so to speak. So just doing a really quick flip through to kind of give you an idea. Look how pretty that is, of, you know, the different types of pages that you get in these journals. These are gorgeous journals, you guys. Vintage wallpaper. Whoops. And then the beginning of the second signature, and I did it this way so that I could keep the end paper in there for you that matches the book. Excuse me. More of that vintage wallpaper that I absolutely love. You glue some to that wallpaper and it's staying, because as soon as you put some type of glue on that wallpaper, the natural glue that's already on it will just stick right to it. So those pages hold things really well. Vintage floral book, children's writing paper. This is from a recipe book, Childcraft book. This was a very vintage children's book that I took apart and added into all of the journals. It's the Sears Roebuck catalog. This was from 1963. So really cool, these old quilt patterns. or quilt blocks. They're actually pictures of quilts. So, and then this is the center of your signature. How stinking cute are they? And then I love this page too. Very encouraging little pages those are. This is the other side of that quilt block page. Lots of room for journaling and writing. I know I'm flipping fast, but I think you guys can pretty much see the majority of everything that's in here. Woo! I missed a page. So pretty much all of the journals have, you know, basically the same type of pages with the birds and the florals and the wallpapers and the blank pages and the children's writing pages. Lots and lots of floral pages, birds and butterflies, and beautiful, beautiful pages. So that is the chenille one. This next one is the same as the other one. It just has a different fabric on the spine, just a different type of fabric that I thought was complimentary. So I'm just going to do a quick flip and just kind of show you, you know, I'm not going to go through all the pages, but as you can see, they're all pretty much the same as far as, whoops, the types of pages that are in here. And as far as the sizes, they're pretty much all, you know, just about the same size. So, and the same amount of pages, the same number of pages are in them as well. So beautiful florals and children's book pages. I love those children's book pages. Look how pretty that is. This is vintage stationery. That's just gorgeous. This is vintage ledger paper. Helen Steiner Rice pages. This is beautiful textured, like handmade paper. It's got the I don't want to say threads, but you know what I mean. It's got the fibers in it. That's the word I'm looking for. It's fibers. So pretty much, basically all the same types of papers. Basically, the only difference is the, you know, the color of the scrapbook papers that I used in them, pretty much. So that is that one. And then we have this one. This is the only one that I put a tie on, and I just liked it. I liked the color with this, and I thought this cover was just absolutely gorgeous and simple, and I just wanted to leave it like it was and let whoever gets it, if you want to decorate it, decorate it. But I mean, I think it's a pretty journal just like it is. And then I have this beautiful botanical type fabric for the spine. And so let's just untie it and do a quick flip through. And these, I was able to keep the end papers, so I put them together that way. So, but look how pretty the butterflies and floral pages. Again, basically all the same types of papers, same type, lots of vintage pages, lots of encyclopedia pages, florals, hymnals, children's book pages, dictionary paper. Like I say, pretty much the same as what's in all the other journals. So just doing a quick flip here. Beautiful, beautiful pages. I love everything about these journals. This one's gorgeous. Really pretty book that I got from my thrift stores that shows the progression of how a butterfly forms. So super cool. I love the vintage ads in this planting magazine from the, I think it's from the early 60s or maybe even the 50s. That one might have been from the 50s. So just quick little flip throughs just to kind of give you an idea of the kind of things that you get in these gorgeous little journals. And again, they all have the same, around about the same number of pages. It's not an exact, but pretty much. Ideals magazine pages. Trying to remember all the different kinds of books that I used in these. There's so many different types. And then again, the end paper that was already in the book, so I left it in there. So that's that one. And then the last big one that I have is this chenille covered journal. Just absolutely beautiful little journal. It doesn't have a hidden signature because I didn't want to cover up the chenille, so you can do that if you want to. And you can see there's a little bit of staining on the chenille, but I like that. I think it adds to the character of the book. So again, the same types of papers that are in the other ones. That's Ideals magazine. This is super cute because it has a pocket in here already from the actual book had the pocket in it. So I thought that was cute to add in there. Some of those Victorian pages. Old dictionary. Housing plans. You guys know I love my schematics. Beautiful floral pages. This one kind of has a blue theme going to it. I think in a couple of them I used all like, you know, blue toned papers. This was one of those quilt book pages. Birds and gardening. And then of course your pages to write on, the blank pages and things like that. I think this is the only time that I like a white page. Is when I mix them in to these journals that I make with all of these vintage book pages. Because then, you know, if you don't want to write on the vintage book pages and you want to just keep them as they are, then you still have plenty of room to journal because you have the plain pages to do that on. Ideals magazine. Music paper. Vintage magazine. Gardening. This is a really cool children's writing paper. It's you can feel the lines. I can't think of the word now, but you know what I mean. It's not like, it's not embossed, but it's like it's embossed. It's like the lines are embossed onto the page. So these are great little journals. I almost want to keep one for myself, but I'll make some more and I'll make one for myself then. Lots of little fold outs to give you room to add more pages, and there's a lot of room to add lots and lots of goodies in these because they all have the 2-inch spine, so you have plenty of room to grow in these, in these journals. Super sweet little pages. And in this one, this book, I was able to keep the end papers in here as well. And I just thought that was super cool. So that is the chenille one. And then the last two are the smaller journals. So this one is one with the upholstery fabric. It measures 8.5. These are approximate. By a little over 5.5 on that one. So again, it's a good sturdy journal. Doesn't have the hidden signature. You can put lace or whatever you want to on there. But again, it has basically all the same types of pages, the same amount of pages with the blank pages and the lined pages, some decorative things. But I'm just going to kind of flip through this one so you kind of get the idea and the basic gist of what you're getting in the journal. So again, 2 signatures. Beautiful, beautiful pages. So that's that one with the upholstery fabric. And then the last one is like a collaged chenille cover. And then I have a vintage quilt piece that I used on the spine. And then in the back, it's just a really pretty vintage fabric that I found at a flea market. So I'm just going to flip through this one super quick. Some more vintage wallpaper in there. A Henry Terry page. Recipes. Stationery. Floral pages. Scrapbooking papers. Children's book pages. That's some of Allie's sweet little rainbow dyed paper. Children's dictionary pages. This one's beautiful. It's been last week since I made these, so I haven't looked at them in a minute, but I love these. Awesome, awesome little journals. So again, just a quick flip through for you to kind of get an idea of the type of pages that you're getting in here. The Henry Terry page. Those Henry Terry pages are absolutely gorgeous. They're as pretty as the Edith Holden pages. Sometimes they may be prettier because they have more florals on them. They're a little bit busier of a page than the Edith Holden ones are. So again, same types of pages and papers and Ideals magazines and recipes. There's an Edith Holden in there. Vintage wallpaper, British Concise Flora, Henry Terry. Oops. Okay, so just wanted to do a quick flip through and show you guys all of the journals that I will be putting into my shop. Once you see this video, you will be able to go and grab your favorite journal. I would grab them quickly because these went quickly last time, so I know they'll go quickly this time. And I'll make some more, but if you want one, you better run and grab it. So again, I'm just going to pile them all up here so that you can get one last look at your favorite one that you love. And you can run over to the shop and grab them while you have a chance to, because I don't think they're going to last long. So anyways, thank you for watching, you guys. Don't forget to like the video if you don't mind, and subscribe if you want to see more fun videos. And I'll put my links for the Etsy shop in the description box below. Leave me any comments or questions that you have. Big hugs.